Coach Brian Gregory. Coach, congrats on the win. A lot of people may not know it now, but that's a very good Vanderbilt team that you just beat.
You know, we talked before, and I'll reiterate now. I mean, that's a really good team. You know, it kind of reminds me of some of the Villanova teams with those young guards. That team was going to have a good year this year, and down the road with those 4 guards, they're going to be really good, and that Jones stays in school and different things like that. But we showed some heart, we showed some courage, we showed some grit, we showed some toughness, and that's hopefully the identity of this team. And we did it in the second half. We hung in there in the first when we couldn't make a shot. So I'm proud of our guys. That's a great win for us. The crowd was great. Energy was great. We got some good basketball from a lot of different guys.
Well, Exhibit A of that toughness was on the glass. You get 20 offensive rebounds, 39 rebounds total, out-rebounding them by 9. That's darn good.
Well, when you talk about the size that they play with at the 3 with Roberson, at the 4 and 5 with Cornette and Sackham and Jones, to do that was tremendous. You know, DeMarco, 6 offensive rebounds, Charles 7. It was interesting, you know, the second half, that was a key. And our offense, even when we didn't make a shot, created enough spacing and enough movement where those guys were able to find gaps on the glass. I thought that was a big key to the game.
I thought Travis had his best game. 6 assists, really handled the ball well, 8 big points.
Yeah, he did. He played well. He's, we're still doing the same thing every day, you know, depending on the day. But he's starting to, you know, his mentality. You know, it's hard when you know that you're just not where you want to be. And he's handled it well. And thank God for Josh Heath. And I think those 2 guys together have done a tremendous, tremendous job for us.
Vanderbilt, they got comfortable in that 2-3 zone. You talked about it. You struggled with it early. What flipped the switch for you to get better, not necessarily better looks, but convert in that second half?
Well, I thought we were able to get a little more movement. You know, sometimes our guards have a tendency in the zone to stand, and we got to just keep them moving. And we attacked off the dribble. Marcus and Josh did a good job. Plus, we got some inside post touches. And we were able to go inside out, hit a couple shots. We ran and executed some of our sets extremely well. And, then they went man-to-man, and we executed well in that against that as well. So, you know, offensively in the second half, you go 16 for 31, shoot 52% against a really good Vanderbilt team. You got to feel good about that.
A heck of a game from Charles Mitchell with 19. Really, your bigs played solid. A play that might go unnoticed is Marcus Georges-Hunt missed that dunk, but Robert Sampson hustled, put the follow, put back, and you were up 6, and that might have been one of the differences.
That was a big play. You know, Marcus took off a little too early again, which he has a tendency to do, but, you know, took it aggressively, and then that's an effort play. Now, you know me, the one thing we can't give up an offensive rebound on a missed free throw at the end of the game. That's like a mortal sin in our program. People will pay for that. But you know, it's one of those things where I told the guys, we're in a position, we got some young guys and some guys who have to play to different standards and at a different level than they ever have before. We're going to make some mistakes. The thing is, like Robert Sampson's effort at that rebound, our effort has to cover up for some of those mistakes, and I thought that was the case this afternoon.
Lastly, Coach, you're now 4-1 against the top 100 RPI teams. You're going to play another one when you go up to Dayton. So a couple of days of rest, but really not a whole lot of rest between now and then. Not
a whole lot of rest. A really good Dayton team, obviously in a very tough environment to play at. We told our guys, and you and I talked, a 3-game season. We get 10 practices and three games. We're 2-0 right now, and hopefully we'll play well on Tuesday night.
And Travis, we talked about it with Coach, but 8 points, 6 assists, no turnovers. You tell me if I'm wrong. I thought so far this year this was your best game.
Yeah, definitely. Probably a little rust coming into the season, just off the injury and then a year off. But just needed to, let the game come to me and hit a couple shots. So.
Well, you mentioned the rust coming into the year because of the torn ACL last year. Are you starting to feel more comfortable? Because I don't care what anybody says, no matter how tough you are, after an ACL tear, that has to be in the back of your mind.
Yeah, definitely. And then I probably underestimated how hard it would be to come back. But I had a good week of treatment, and my knee felt pretty good coming into the game, so that was good. And
do you feel any restriction on movement? Because you're starting to look more comfortable with lateral movement.
Well, I mean, you're not. It takes about a year after surgery to, after your cleared to play to be back to completely normal. But, it's getting better a little bit at a time, so I feel good.
Talking with Travis Jorgensen, Jackets beat Vanderbilt 65-60. How big was this win? That's a good team. Now you're 8-2, little momentum. How big was this victory, Travis?
Yeah, that was a really good team. I was impressed when we watched film, and they came out and they could really shoot it, and they ran their sets well. They were well coached, so that was an exciting win. The crowd got into it, and next update.
Yeah, next update, and this is the last thing I'll ask you. Coaches like during these breaks of Christmas where you guys have a lot of practices. But for you guys, I think to go boom, boom like this where you've got today and then you get on the road Monday and head up to Dayton, you guys probably are hungry to play again, aren't you?
Yeah, after the win, I think we're all excited. We put in a lot of work, and the coaches made sure of that coming into this game that we were ready. So I think we're going to try to build off this momentum and get another one.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Great game. We'll see you in Ohio.
Thank you.